Hello everyone and welcome back to another The Ace Talk Show, radio style. You know what to do, just listen on in. Today we got a guest with us, a Flip Prodigy or Elysian Boss, it depends on what you know him by. And then our topic today is going to be about players getting back to playing the game. So how you doing there, Flip?
Pretty good, just logging on after the update.
Yeah, I just had an update here a couple minutes ago. Probably just a login update. A lot of players were having problems with it due to the bot nuke that they just did here not too long ago. Did you get a chance to watch the video there that RuneScape made?
Not yet. Just logged on from today and yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they made a video of during their Q&A session there at RuneFest, and they were saying that as of the RuneFest there, they banned 10 million accounts. 10 million bot accounts. Damn.
Let's add how many players was that?
Yeah.
Over thousands of players cheating.
Yeah.
And banned now.
It wasn't just the gold farming accounts, but actual players got banned in that 10,000 or 10 million. I mean, 10 million players. Yeah. Also, so yeah, a lot of players are definitely no longer in the game, whether they've been real players or just bots themselves. So, you think players are actually going to get back to playing the content, or what do you see more players doing nowadays?
I would say they would rejoin the game. I mean, you don't have to deal with bots anymore. You can finally go to Black Demon Task. Half the Slayer tower's gone, bots. And it's just a lot better for everyone to play now.
So yeah, now all the players are actually getting back to doing their Slayer and doing their regular mini games, or are they just doing the regular monster killing, or
skills, everything?
I mean, how much do you think that really impacts the game now compared to the way it was with all the bots there?
When the bots were here, Zeal, as points from Soul Wars, the world was always full. 2,000 players every time. Nuke Day comes, there's about 700 players in there to 500. That's just a big impact on just that mini game.
Right.
From all the other worlds, he had at least 1,000 players in every single free-to-play world. Now there's hundreds to like 40 players in one world.
Yeah, I've seen that too. I mean, wow, I was looking at one of the worlds and only had like 20 in it. I'm like, what's going on?
That's a fave world.
Yeah, yeah, and that was a members world. So yeah, that was definitely something different. So do you think a lot of players are gonna try to actually skill and play the content to get their skills, or are they still gonna try to buy it, or is there more players group doing things, or what?
I'd say they rejoin the game, actually try to, for once, get legit skills. But if they see, like, there's some form of cheating, they'll probably attempt it. But they'll be banned. With the new report system, everything's more effective. You don't have to right-click your name, report, and done.
Yeah, that's a good point. Now that all the players have the option in their little option menu there, that little hammer and a wrench icon below your bag usually. Yeah, players just remember, just make sure you do check that right-click option to report. Definitely makes a lot easier to report the scammers that are still in the game, and definitely still makes it even easier yet for the bots. I mean, let's get rid of them all. Let's leave the game to the legit players, all the players that are there to enjoy themselves and have the challenge of the game.
Yeah.
Have you seen many of the scammers around, or has like dicing really quit, or is there still a lot of that? Have you seen?
Oh, if I see a dicer, use auto typing, right click, report. If you see anyone saying doubling money, don't even bother with it, just report them.
Right. But have you seen a lot of them yet? Compared to
quite a bit left. There's some of every so often I would see in the world, in Grand Exchange and around the area. But I would say about probably 70% of them left.
So a lot of the scammers are gone too, not just the bots.
Yes.
Do you think that was due to the bot nuke, or was that due to the
I
right-click
would say the
report?
report update.
The report update. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, definitely players need to get back to the game for those that had left because of all the bots. I know a few of them just came back, messaged me themselves. Yeah, it definitely makes a big change in the game. Has bossing become really big now that they don't have a lot of players? You said you were bossing here not too long ago, or just got done bossing with a group.
Oh, I've just been soloing.
Oh, you've been
I would,
soloing.
yeah. I wouldn't say it's gotten that big. More kids are going back into Slayer now since actual items for once are actually pricey. I mean, this whip isn't like 300k now.
Right.
It's worth a lot more.
So things actually are starting to regain their true value, and you can actually make money
Yep.
off of doing your skill like you're supposed to.
Correct. I mean, you had debones to 2.3k, I believe. Now they're almost 4k.
Wow. Did you have any problems with like groups or any of your friends that you chat to have
For
any
bossing?
have any comments about bossing? Are they fighting over different bosses or?
Oh, no, not at all. Let's go to non-Luchia worlds.
So it's almost like when the U.S. is all when all the people are either at school or at work, everything's all laid back and mellow for you to basically do what you want now.
Yeah.
You don't
You
have,
see a dramatic increase in players right around the time they get out of school. I think we did about 40,000 players online after that.
yeah.
Pretty big increase.
Think yeah, I can't talk. You think the game actually smoothed out quite a bit? There isn't as much lag, or
Um, Time to time there's a lag. It depends what worlds and ping though. But other than that, since the bots are gone, less players, it's been much better.
yeah, you can actually chat to players without having to worry about the spam of advertisement bots or them PMing you. That was starting to become a big hassle.
PM like 10 times to 20 times a day.
Right.
Or yeah, nuke update. I would say 3 days before it, one of the common sites that used to spam me quit.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
So they were probably hammering them before they even actually did the. Well, they were still always working on banning accounts. So, but yeah, after that big the big bot nuke, seems like everything is a whole lot more relaxed. Definitely when I go to chat with players, seems like the players are more relaxed in who they chat with and what they're doing instead of trying to basically pick fights with each other.
Yes, I would say the same thing.
Because I know you used to go up and you used to troll some of them.
Oh, every day.
But now you can't quite do that. There's not many just standing around. Everybody's getting back to the contents of the game.
Trolling will be missed. I would say that right now.
Yeah, I definitely don't see as many dicers around. I know that was a big thing. Definitely a big thing when you couldn't quite play the content. And all the dicers I've seen, they're wondering where all their people that used to dice with them went. So they're just standing around there for 5-10 minutes, just waiting for nobody.
Yeah, shoot up their outer typer up a little bit. Right click them off every so often.
Yeah, I mean, I ran across a host dicer on one of the worlds that was getting actually mad because he was spamming, of course, the more than one advertisement per 8 lines of text. I mean, when I logged in, all I seen was him. Nobody else was talking, and there wasn't a whole lot of movement in the GE, so it's not like new players were walking into the area. And I'm pretty sure like half of them haven't had them ignored anyways. But yeah, I mentioned to him not to spam anymore, and he threw a great big hissy fit.
Players will be players.
Yeah, he's like fine, and he logged off and went to another world. I'm like, well, everybody's starting to play the game again, so,
Like, what's the point for dicing anymore?
right. I mean, almost, well, there are probably some legit groups still out there. I'm not going to say everybody's scamming or whatever, but it's still a high risk. But yeah, I mean, why roll some dice when you can actually play the game the way it was intended now that the bots are gone?
Yeah, I don't see the point of dicing though.
Neither do I. I really like to earn my the GP that I get. I mean, even if it is through merchanting or flipping or using the GE to make some quick profits or whatever. But overall, I usually just use that money to help players out anyways, like my clan or other players out that I know could probably really use it because of they got PK'd or they were trying to do a clue scroll and got PK'd
They're lagged out.
or yeah got lagged out on a boss and lost a lot of their armor or whatever due to the updates Jagex is doing to rid the game of bots. So
The worst thing, you don't want to die from an update.
but at least now even I can go back to I was doing the agility. I'm back doing my agility now because I'm not trying to help Jagex with finding the bot areas where they're coming in at, which you pointed out a couple areas they were coming in at and where they were going straight to for me, and I was able to help Jagex with that. And then some of the other areas that the bots were at that not too many players looked. Before I would go to the GE and do some flipping myself, I would go check them out and report them. So Jagex was able to focus in on those groups. So that's pretty cool. Now
I would say overall, how the game's going without the bots, it's a lot better for us.
yeah, it's definitely a lot better. As long as players don't get back to or try to cheat the game by buying gold, the bots will stay gone. I mean, Jagex is doing everything they can, but I really think they're definitely on the cutting edge of this gaming industry.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got no more bots. Game's gonna get a lot better and better updates, better for everything now.
Right, and they're working on, if you read the behind the scenes in October, well, actually, behind the scenes November, sorry, they're working on even more updates for graphics and things like that, so that's pretty cool.
I think better graphics would just give more increase of players and everything for us.
Well, they just updated the Java version they were using by default. So, I mean, there were some players having problems with that, which all they had to do was update their Java or download the RuneScape client on the download page there on the home screen. But basically, it was the same Java that most of the internet was using anyways for some of them media player browser type things or whatever. And that's going to help increase the game, of course, as far as what they're going to be able to do.
And the Java update was pretty good, less lag for everybody too.
Right.
We're gonna get more better updates every single week, every month.
Well, the last time like this bot nuke, as they said, the last time they've actually got to spend fighting this content, being used in the game or being abused majorly in the game. All the bots that they've had to fight, whether it was auto typers or regular bots for skills or money making bots or gold farm bots as they call them, if they don't gotta fight them, that's all those extra people that they can put towards the content, and they don't have to pull off some of the content that they're trying to make just to try to fight this type of bot that was just created or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, more JX staff members working on one thing at a time. There won't be any held-backs on the updates. Everything will come by quicker.
and I mean, if you remember playing back in 2004 or 2005, if you remember the game back then with that little window that you used to play through, compared to the resizable screen we got now, and then look at the graphics that they've done for the updates, it's getting closer and closer to some of these downloaded games that you have to download, where RuneScape is still just just open your browser and click on the game, and it updates itself in your cache file, and you're all set to rock and roll. No downloads, no nothing.
No 5-hour disc or anything like that
Yeah,
later.
no 5-hour disc installs for some of these other games, and it's still cheaper than a lot of the MMORPGs, massive multiplayer online role-playing games. That's a mouthful there. But yeah, if they keep advancing and less fighting these bots or whatever, and they keep advancing like they are the only game that's just using a browser for the amount of graphics and Java that they're using. They are the only game so far that's doing this. And imagine it being just like a disc game here, probably in the not so long future. The less they gotta fight, the more they can work on progressing to that state.
The last thing you want to do is have a freaking disc game.
Right.
Updates.
Yeah, if this game went to a disc game, I don't think a lot of players would keep playing it. I think a lot of players like the aspects without having to download. They don't have to worry about their hard drive size.
I think where the game's going right now, it's a good start. I have old friends logging on now. Although it's kind of odd. I would say about a year later they come back to RuneScape. I don't know how they realized about this update though.
Well, you got the videos, of course, like this one here, that's getting out and getting word out. Just like all the listeners out there that listen to my videos, make sure you tell your friends that, hey, the bots are gone. Come on back to the game and play it like we used to. I mean, we still have our free trade, we still have our wild, and the bots have ended. So, yeah, come on back to the game.
Yeah, you can finally go to Green Dragons now, people.
Yeah, you can go to Green Dragons. You can go to Blue Dragons, which I used to go to a lot, without having to go and train your dungeoneering skill just to get into the Blue Dragon underground dungeon area. You can just go right back to them like you used to.
I would say every so often you're not a little group of players there, though. I mean, at least you can world hop, find a world that's empty.
Yeah, you can world hop pretty easily. Well, of course, until the word does get out to where a lot of the real players really do start coming back, then the worlds will start filling up. But have you noticed that a lot of the players that are on aren't really as rude as they used to be because of they were basically mad about the bots or anything else?
Yeah, you don't have any more nasty players. That was a bit of a shock.
Seems like a lot of the better players stuck around, and then the ones that probably were using bots to begin with probably are gone.
Yeah, I mean, they can't bot anymore, so they're not going to want to play their way, as I would say.
Right.
Makes it a lot easier for us players, though.
Well, the game was always meant to be challenging anyways. I mean, it's not supposed to be a 1 month game that you can beat just by, going in and just sitting there grinding the skill. It's supposed to be a challenge to give you a dedication to hit a goal and try new things or try different mini games or get some friends to team up with you on a skill or whatnot.
If you had bought a skill, I mean, and once you hit that 99, do you really deserve it? Should you be happy about it? No. If you worked on a skill all at once, every single day, every other day, and it finally hits 99, you worked for it, it feels a lot better. And so it gives more meaning to the game doing that.
Right. Your self reward, basically.
Same thing for making money. You get a new item.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, if you are doing the skills yourself instead of buying them or botting them, you definitely make more GP in the game. That's for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Anything else you can think of?
I would say just come back to RuneScape, people.
Nice to have you on there here, Flip, as a guest. Feel free to bring up a topic or come back as a guest at any time.
Will do.
And to all you listeners out there, until next time, have fun and good luck.